All right, so what we're looking to do is differentiate f of x equals 2/3 x to the 4/5 minus 1/7 times the cube root of x. The very first thing you should do, if you see a radical in your function, it's highly advisable to take that radical and change it into fractional or rational exponent form. So what that looks like is the exponent on x right here. Notice there's nothing written there. And then the exponent on, or sorry, not the exponent, the index of the radical make up the fraction, right? So since there's nothing written in that blue spot, that's understood to be 1, right? That's x to the first. So when we change that, we have x to the 1, and I'm going to use the colors so you can see where it came from, to the 1 over 3, right? So that's x to the 1/3. That means the cube root of x is actually x to the 1/3 power, right? Should be reviewed, but it's worth noting. That's going to make applying the power rule a lot easier. The rest we're going to leave alone for now. So we've got 2/3 x to the 4/5 minus 1/7 x to the 1/3. So again, look, this is just f of x, right? It's not f prime yet. When we start to differentiate, that's when we write out f prime. So here we're going to apply the power rule. So I'm going to say f prime of x equals, notice in green, now this is a derivative. So I'm going to take that 4/5 and I'm going to do 4/5, and I'm writing this out because I don't want to make the mistake of errors in computation or arithmetic in my head. So this is 4/5 times 2/3 times x to the, I'm going to do 4/5 minus 1. Of course, most of us are going to do a lot of that in our head, but I'm writing it out so that we don't miss anything here. I'm taking that 1/3, right? This is the power rule. You multiply out in front. So 1/3 times 1/7 times x to the 1/3 minus 1. So at this point, it's just a matter of arithmetic with fractions. We're going to do, let's see, f prime of x equals. So when you multiply fractions, this piece right here, this product, 4/5 times 2/3, 4 times 2 is 8. 5 times 3 is 15, right? And then we have x, and if I put this piece together, 4/5 minus 1, I'm going to think of that as 4/5 minus 5/5, which of course is negative 1/5. Next piece, when I do 1/3 times 1/7, I get 1 over 21, right? Still minus, we're taking away. And then we have x, and if I do 1/3 minus 1, think of it as 1/3 minus 3/3 is negative 2/3. So there we have it, f prime of x, and I've kind of covered all the stuff that's in today's assignment all at once. When you have fractions, the power rule is still the same, and when you have a radical, change it into a fractional or rational exponent first, and then apply the power rule.